So I'm joined with the legend that is John Giddings, music promoter, and most importantly, Isle of Wight Festival. My goodness, what a festival that is. Now, my first question for you is, you've just done your keynote here, you've done a little panel session for all of the audience here. How was it?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I love interacting with people I haven't met before and the questions they ask. And what it does is it makes you think about certain things you're doing because they have a different perception of it. The whole thing about you have to have lateral thinking. Someone asked a question about American festivals, and in my experience, Americans don't particularly think outside the box. And European festivals for the last 20 years have been creating ideas and images. You can never get bored. You can always come up with something new.
Talking about coming up with something new and moving forward, what is your forethought? What's going to happen for Isle of Wight over the next few years?
I just hope people keep coming. The problem is running out of headliners because I don't think we're making enough headliners of the future. You know, you've got your Ed Sheerans and you've got your Adeles, but in 20 years' time, who are the new Rolling Stones? Who's the new Paul McCartney? It's because the music business is so different now, and you can download individual tracks from iTunes, you don't get the same structure of an album, and record companies won't invest in artists for more than 1 or 2 albums unless they're immediately successful. You're not creating a new Simple Minds or a U2, which took 4 or 5 albums to take off.
How do you, when you're looking at different artists in the industry, how do you kind of foresee their fame almost or their success? How do you see that?
I guess. Absolutely guess.
Finger in the air.
Yeah, but the weirdest thing is, when you look at our 15 years we've done so far, this year's our 16th year, all the headliners still exist, but the hottest band of that year, lots of them are now vanished. It's sad but true that people like The Darkness, who were like, wow, they were going to blow up, and The Thrills, do you remember that as far back as The Thrills? But as long as we can keep getting the right bands who will entertain an audience in a field, they don't necessarily have to have been in the charts for a while, but we like that legendary status with Rod Stewart, but I love Arcade Fire, and Run DMC is like a guilty pleasure, and it seems to be one of our most popular acts. So it's a gamble and a guess, really.
For you, who's the best person that you've ever seen live then?
Oh.
Hard question, I know, but if you had to pin it.
Pink Floyd? I mean, I used to hitchhike to see them. Mind you, I did see Led Zeppelin in a pub called the Cherry Tree in Welwyn Garden City, and it said the New Yardbirds in little letters, Led Zeppelin. And this is weird. We used to sit down at gigs to watch them, and the stage was about that high, and the group had to walk through us to get on stage. Jimmy Page dropped his bottleneck, and it went down my flared jeans. And he bent
Good
down,
catch.
Yeah, he bent down and asked for it back. Next day at school, I was the man. Jimmy Page spoke to me. But, you know, I mean, they're all so different. They're different genres. When we had Kanye West came on with Jay-Z, I didn't think an audience could get more excited. And then suddenly it lifts. And there's like this shiver goes up your spine and comes out of your eyes. You start crying because you're looking at the audience, 50,000 people going wild. It's about entertainment.
And you've also really changed the Isle of Wight because of bringing that festival back as well. I suppose, do you get a lot from kind of working with the community and making sure that local businesses and the Isle of Wight benefits from it as well?
Well, the taxi driver said to me that it's like 4 New Year's Eves in a row, and I thought, can you pay me for it? But I mean, it's brilliant to work down there because it's a small community, you can make things happen that you couldn't normally, like in central London. You know, when I got a ferry for the Rolling Stones, and everybody will bend over backwards to help you because they realise it's enhancing the reputation of their island.
So what do you think about the show here, the event show? It's nearly 30 years now of being in existence, and of course it's changed a lot, as has the industry. I don't know whether you've had a chance to have a walk around and really have a look, but what do you think so far?
I think it's great. I'm really impressed by the size of it, the number of people here, and the structures they've put up, because I know a lot about production, but not that I'm any good at production, I hire people to do that, but it's just extraordinary, the depth of the things that are going on and the ideas they come up with. You know, I'm looking over there at XL Video. We use XL Video, and they're displaying their wares, and as I said, there are 1,500 festivals and they all come and look at it. It's great. It's great for business.
Now, last question. This is going live online around the world. If there's anybody that's watching this that's kind of thinking, I would love to be in your position, I'd love to be a music promoter and run my own festival, what's your top tip?
God, get some money. I'm really lucky because I'm the only person you'll ever meet in the world who went to university to become social secretary to get into the music business. The reason being because I was incapable of being a musician. When I played with musicians, I was such crap. I thought, how am I going to do this?
Can you not even sing?
Oh God, I wish I could. I sung a Pink Floyd song once in a group. How did they let me? But it's just, the music business is 25 hours a day. It's not 9 to 5. You've got to be really into it, want to do it. But the thrill of seeing an audience entertain and working with musicians is the best experience you can ever have.
John, you're a superstar. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers.
Wow.